What's up, pups? My name is FoxDogus, and welcome back to Minecraft Mythos. We are in the bowels of our base right here. If we come over here, you can see the farms. The reason that is because I've been busy. I've been spending a lot of time working on the redstone for this device, and I'll try and walk you through it as best I can. So over here, we have a 1 second long the Redstone Clock. Took me a second to think of that. And it's cycling every second, and what it's doing is in this, I think this is called a dropper counter, I'm not entirely sure. We have 30 items in here, and what it's doing is it's cycling back and forth, and the 1 second long redstone clock is activating through this wool, which is turning these, or it's cycling these droppers to move the items back and forth. And what it's doing is every 60 seconds, based off of these items, this torch will pulse. And that pulse activates this set of droppers, which is also set for 30 items. Will pulse every minute. So by drawing off of this torch, and once every hour, this monostable circuit will fire. There's going to be a repeater here, but for now I've got a button just so that I can activate it myself. This block here activates this hopper timer, which is set for 46 items, which lasts for about 18 seconds. That will activate this double monostable circuit here, which will pulse this redstone line once, and then in the end of the 18 seconds it'll pulse it again. And what it's doing is, we'll go ahead and come around here, it's a little bit cramped down here, is up here we can go ahead and climb our, come on, there we go, climb our machine here, is it'll send this pulse up here through a repeater into our dispensers with our water. That'll activate it and then deactivate it, which is what the second pulse is for. Then from there, we'll start from here, this torch will be activated, which will, or it'll be reactivated, excuse me, because it'll turn off during the time. But once it turns back on, it'll send another pulse through another hopper clock, which is set for, it's supposed to be set for 5 minutes, but I haven't mapped that out yet, so that's not entirely accurate, but it's set for a decent chunk of time. So during that timer, this torch will turn off, which will set that off, or which will turn this thing off, which this line is going to be powering this wool block, which at the time will have been pulsed to be about right here. And the reason that is because if we come back up here, those wool blocks are powering these pistons right here. And what they'll do is, when they are powered, those pistons will come up and lock the villagers in this space here. And I've got glass above us so that this counts as a house, or it will once I block it off. And so the villager will activate this piston, which will push the wool over, because this piston will have been pulsed by that timer, which I'm still needing to hook up, which will move the wool out of the way, like so. And what will happen is, the villager, which is the pressure plate is above this piece of redstone, will come over here and pulse this piston so that it moves the wool over to be in front of the repeater, which is being powered by this line over here. And that will allow this system to lock, but only when the villager has activated the pressure plate inside. So all of these pulses need to be set up to their particular pistons, which will probably go underneath and then be a torch or something like that, like an inversion torch. I haven't exactly mapped that out just yet, which means this will probably have to go up instead of down. But that's what I have so far. I can show you a creative world version of this, which has a working prototype, if you guys want to see that. But for the meantime, I want to get off this farm. I have been spending, it's been like 3-4 days, something like that, of just trying to figure this system out. I'm tired of redstone. I want to do something exciting. And I think the thing that I want to do that's exciting is I want to start working on a mob farm. We have a skeleton spawner down in the mines over by the ghetto. And I think I want to start work on that system today. Because I think it'd be cool to have like a skeleton spawner. We can start getting arrows and bones and potentially bows and armor, and we can take the armor that we get from that and smelt it down, and we'll have basically a beginning farm of gold and iron and potentially some other stuff, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Dang it. I've never gotten, like, I have yet to get a baby chicken from that. Whatever. So, what I'm going to do for now is we're going to put our stuff away. I got the hiccups, by the way. I don't know why. Excuse me. Anyway. We're going to put our stuff away. And I'm not being super careful about where this stuff goes, mainly because I plan on taking all of that back later. Why do we have a lead on us? We don't need this. You know what? Actually, if we find a pig, I will want that. So, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple stuff. Will I need anything else? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the skeleton spawner, and I will see you guys there in a second. Alrighty, so we're back. So this is the skeleton spawner in question. There's nothing in these chests, so we're gonna go ahead and pick them up. And what I'm thinking about doing is we're gonna clear this room out an extra 2 blocks this way, that way, and that way, and that way. And these torches are set up weird. What we'll do is, or what I'm thinking about at least, is we're gonna have some sort of, like, we're gonna drop it by, I want to say 3 blocks maybe, and then we'll lower the ceiling. Oh, look, iron. We'll we'll lower the ceiling by a couple blocks as well. And what I'm picturing is we'll have some sort of water funneling system that will push them to about right here, because we're still activating the spawner, I believe, from this location here, are we not? Yeah. So by pushing that, or pushing them over here, all we have to do is like stand right here, which I believe is still activating it. Yeah. So all we have to do is like stand right here and wait. That's gonna mean we have to clear out all of this water first, which I'm not exactly hyped about, but it's not a big deal either. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that real quick, and then we'll get to work on clearing some stuff out. Alrighty, so we got the room cleared out, and actually I'm gonna move this little staircase over one because this is where the mobs are actually gonna be funneled. But so I'm tempted to sort of convert or unify everything with cobblestone, just because I'm kind of picky about my mob spawners looking good. So I'm thinking about doing that. I don't know yet. We're gonna get this iron really quick because everything is valuable in Minecraft Mythos. There we go. But I don't know. So right now this room is barely lit enough to keep mobs from spawning. A skeleton has spawned about twice since I've been working on this thing, which isn't horrible or anything, but it's noticeable. Because I haven't been doing a whole lot of work. I haven't had a whole lot of progress done so far. I've lowered the thing by 3 blocks. No, 2 blocks. 3 blocks. which isn't a lot. It's really not. So for skeletons to have been spawning, like I had a nice, neat torch placement at first, but I couldn't keep it up because there was mobs spawning. So basically what I'm trying to say is I want to get this thing done quickly because I don't really trust the mobs. But that being said, I don't want to rush because can we? Yeah, sweet. I want it to be at least a little bit appealing, and I mean there is a point where cobblestone gets to be used too much, and I don't want to get to that point, but I do want to at least spiffy up the place. Oh, look, more iron.